Hello guys and welcome back to the channel. Today probably the most important video of the year. This week is gonna be decisive. Whether we're gonna go and place a new all-time high with Bitcoin, with stocks, so we're gonna have the altcoin season, or is this a trap? We're gonna see another correction incoming after a very specific event coming on Wednesday, and I'm gonna show you what is gonna be my expectation, when I'm gonna buy, and what could be happening also to Ethereum, Solana, altcoins, the stock market, and so much more. Of course, if you're new to the channel, please subscribe, hit the like button. We post a video every single day, and this video is brought to you by our partner, Bluefin, the best non-KYC exchange. We are having an offer right now to get a trading bonus up to $10,000 of futures bonus to do whatever you want. You can use this $10,000, put leverage 100, and you can make money with that. We have different, of course, deposits. If you put 5,000, you get 1,000. If you get, just go on our offer. There is a link in the description. Grab your future bonus. Or otherwise, guys, with BitUnix as well, we're having an amazing offer right now, up to $400 in futures bonus. If you put down only $2,000, you're gonna get $400 in bonus, or $1,000, you're gonna get $200. Grab this offer, guys. Sign up with my code. Super important, and you basically can get free money to do whatever you want. Right now, Bitcoin sitting at a very important level of resistance, 115,400. And this week, guys, we're going to have the most important event. So we're going to have on Wednesday, FOMC. FOMC, the Federal Reserve, is going to discuss whether we're going to see interest rates cuts. They're going to cut interest rates by how much, and what's going to be the implication for crypto, for stocks, and also for altcoins. I'm going to be showing you exactly what I think and what could be happening. So in my scenario, it's going to be the following. You can see we are at a very important level of resistance. In between today and tomorrow, we could be seeing maybe a little push up to 117 to 118. And then we're going to see a sort of like a pullback down to perhaps 112,000 to 113,000. Now, nobody knows if the Fed is going to cut rates. Okay, I can see on the internet everybody talking about, oh yeah, they're going to 100%. They're going to cut and crypto is going to go to the moon. Be very careful with that, because usually dumb money, the crowd, it's never right. Okay, I'm not saying it's not going to happen, but I'm saying be careful. Okay, so the thing is, if they're going to cut, let's say, interest rates by 25 basis points, is this already pricing into the market? If yes, we could be seeing what we call an ABC correction. So we had an A, we had a B, and then we're going to have a C directly with the confluence of this diagonal point here, diagonal as well here, which could be coming at the end of September. And the target could be down as $102,000 to $104,000. And when I'm going to go there, guys, probably in that area, I'm going to go and buy a shit ton of Bitcoin, but also I'm going to buy more than Bitcoin altcoins. And of course, guys, if you want to know exactly what am I going to buy, when am I going to buy, level of resistance, level of support, education, anything you can think of, guys, what I will recommend you is to come to join our VIP group, guys. In our VIP, we have basically section, if you are a trader, if you're an investor, if you want to learn how to trade short-term, long-term, anything you can think of, guys. We have everything written over here. You can see on the 2nd of August, I was calling to altcoins spot entry to basically buy all these altcoins. All of them are basically up like in between 40 to 50% since my call. But also we have basically call of altcoins every single day, buying levels, selling levels. We have also daily updates from basically my professional traders, guys. There are so many amazing traders in this community. So if you really are serious about trading and you want to make good results, here we go, another 31%. If you want to make good results, like you can see from here, guys, what I will recommend you to come to join the VIP group. If you're lazy and you just want to copy and paste and don't pay attention and just you want everything to be fed with a spoon, there are so many other groups, cheaper group where basically, they're going to tell you, they're going to give you a bot to buy and sell. Probably you're going to be lucky once, the other 9 times you're going to be losing money. But if you want to learn properly how real traders work in this space and make real money, come and join us. educate yourself, because that's the only way to make money. And I'm very serious about it. So if you want to join, guys, the VIP, there is a link in the description with all our trading results. Guys, everything is documented here. So every call, everything I do, always documented to ensure transparency with everybody. Very important. But now, that's the scenario, guys. I could be seeing pump up to here, retracement here into the FOMC, 112, 113, and then we're going to decide. If I had to go and guess, if I had to give you a guess, my scenario, I think, is going to be a drop. It's going to be a ABC and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's what I could be seeing for this FOMC. Next one, guys, so Ethereum. Ethereum as well, you can see that we have this RSI forming a higher low, so we still were not able to break this very important level of resistance, and that's what I could be seeing with Ethereum as well. A little bit of a fake out coming from here, a drop if we're going to see, for example, only a 25 base cuts with the Federal Reserve, or not even cuts, maybe. A little bit of a drop down to here. That could be my area of interest with Ethereum in between 3,600 to 3,800. And if we're going to go down to this area, then to me is going to be a great level for accumulation. Even if I have to show you from a weekly point of view what actually is Ethereum going right now, you can see that we are at this very important intersection. We haven't had a retest of this previous breakout. And the thing is, in general, market have a retest. So what I could say, Ethereum right now on the weekly chart has formed from here on the weekly a higher low, and that's in general, that's not very bullish. So what we could be expecting from here is, if Ethereum is not going to be able to go and to continue higher, I could be expecting a retracement down to here and then probably continuation up. So what is going to be my allocation for my portfolio right now? What am I doing? Guys, I'm 60-40. So 60% invested and 40% in cash. Why? Because I'm waiting. If Ethereum is going to go down to here, I'm going to accumulate more. They're going to be specific altcoins. I'm going to be discussing these altcoins in a very extensive video for my VIP community today. We also, guys, are going to release now these new updates, webinar updates, once or twice per week to really show to everybody, our members, exact points of entry with BTC, Ethereum, and also many, many altcoins at request as well. But that's basically what I'm going to do. I'm going to be bidding around this area. And if Ethereum is going to go up to here, I don't care. Whatever. I'm going to sell. I'm making lots of money. So it's a win-win. But if I'm putting 100% here, hoping for this mighty alt season incoming right now, because September now has changed and this time is different, I'm not here to gamble. I'm not here hoping something is going to go up. I'm here with a system. And that's what professional traders do. They have a system in place and they never deviate from the system, because we are thinking about consistency and not about gambling and making that lucky shot, because you might be lucky once and then you're gonna be in trouble. Now, let's discuss a few things as well, very important, guys, about our season. But first of all, before our season, I want to show you as well Solana. Very interesting. Solana has basically broken that very important level. As I told you, we had a shift right now, which I'm still thinking, is this the shift that we want? Okay, you can see the weekly shift from here. And from this point, what I will say is that my expectation is going to be Solana to maybe have a sweep around this area, 260, 270, drop down again to in between 210, 220, and then have that nice movement to the upside. So shorter term, I'm not as bullish. Medium term, talking about the next maybe 6 months, I'm very bullish. Okay, the setup, here with Solana, nobody can deny is a very good setup. And if you're going to be able to go and really push even higher, then this looks like more like a cup and handle, and you should be able to see a nice explosion. You can see even right now on the RSI, the Solana chart is getting compressed. You can see at this level and you can see at this level. So I would say in the worst case scenario, we're going to see a drop down to here, recharge the batteries, and then push to the upside. And that's what you want to see. You don't want to see Solana right now just going straight up like that, because then if we haven't had a correction, then we could be seeing an equal push to the downside like that, and that's going to be very nasty. So it would be better for us to really see a sell-off during the FOMC meeting, market makers probably offloading and creating fear to then buy cheaper, to then, of course, go high. Nobody knows what's going to be happening during the FOMC. The market could be going, even Solana could be going to $1,000 in a week, right? But what I'm trying to say right now is that everything is at a resistance, to be very careful. Don't just go randomly just because, the influencers on X, they told you that we're going to go up like crazy, okay? Always, like in your portfolio, have a weighted portfolio and have dry powder. Very important. Now, talking about alt season, guys, altcoins, this chart to me looks beautiful if we talk about more like a medium-term point of view. Short-term, we are at a very important level of resistance. Is this FOMC going to trigger the explosion we have been waiting for, which could be taking us to roughly $1.6, $1.8 trillion, and then, of course, causing altcoins to surge dramatically higher? Or is this going to be a situation where we're going to see a fake out, making everybody believe we're going to go crazy high? Then we're going to drop one more time to maybe 950 billion, 970 billion, and then, okay, we're going to again have a compression from here, so go down again, and then have that huge monumental squeeze to the upside. That's what I think is going to be happening. Okay? Again, I could be totally wrong. This is not financial advice. I'm just showing you the charts. The two possibilities are we just shoot up from here and then we will never see these prices again, or we basically go have a fake out, we respect the September week seasonality, push it down again, and then the real movement in Q4 starts to go crazy. Okay? So medium term again, guys, things are looking great. Looks beautiful. This chart looks beautiful. But I'm thinking just, are we going to see a sell-off after this FOMC? Okay, be careful with this situation. And if I can't see this sell-off with altcoins losing maybe 20%, 15-20%, I'm not going to buy any more altcoins. I'm already locked in, ready to go and arrive to Walhalla, to go crazy. Very important chart that you have to take into consideration, guys, is this one over here, is the US 10-year Treasury yield. We are on a brink of a collapse here. Okay, so we are on a brink of a collapse, and what I'm basically observing right now is that you can see with the US 10-year Treasury yield, what it means is that right now, I'm going to go on the daily to show you a little bit better. We had a rebound from here. Like I told you before, we are still on the brink of this very important level of support. And let's say that the Fed is going to cut rates, okay? And we're going to see a drop like that, okay? Basically, this is going to be our green light to say things are going to start to go crazy, okay? Risk asset mode, probably Bitcoin, 150K, parabolic move, it will be quite spectacular. But at the same time, if we are still stuck in this range, right, not excluding the possibility of seeing another little pull up again to make everybody scared, and then we're going to see the drop, okay? Because basically, this measure the amount of people buying government bonds, okay? So which means that they're going and parking their money into US dollars to buy bonds and receiving like a 4% per annum. But this is going to continue to go down because the investors are expecting, let's say, lower interest rates. They will have to park money elsewhere. And in general, they're going to park their money in something that's going to give a higher return, like risk assets. And that's the reason why this chart is very important. Next one we have to take into consideration as well, it's Bitcoin dominance. You can see that we had a little bit of a pullback today, and we are reaching a very important level that could be pivotal to see a nice rebound with BTC dominance. So we could be seeing a drop down to here, okay, like a little bit of a sweep, then retracing the dominance, okay, a nice rebound coming from this area, maybe reaching 60%, 61%. And in this case, right, what could be happening is that BTC could have a chance to go and basically go back into like a new all-time high, or it could be having a drop. That's what you gotta be careful. Whenever Bitcoin dominance rises, it means that basically it's the money are taken away from all the altcoins and put into Bitcoin. But we don't know if we're gonna see a drop or a pump. So this has to happen, and if that happens, it's gonna give me the certainty that after that I'm gonna be very keen to buy altcoins, because I'm gonna be buying altcoins if BTC is gonna break a new all-time high or if it's gonna have a drop. Because after that, I could be expecting then the completion of an A, B, C correction to probably go down to here and, in my opinion, finish the bull market. So we're still far away from this. We're still far away from this situation, and I want to see what is going to be happening. Now, last one I want to discuss, as always, guys, it's the S&P 500. I don't like it. I really don't like it. I can see the euphoria right now into the market. Maybe it could be I'm in total disbelief. Maybe is a time of is a time where all these people thinking about shorting, they're very bearish, but the market is going to continue to go up in a very euphoric way. But what I'm basically thinking right now is that how long this is going to continue. Okay, so it's going to get to a point where everything is going to get exhausted, and then suddenly we're going to see a push to the downside. And when that happens, of course, guys, the S&P is going to go down. Don't expect Bitcoin to go up, okay, because usually BTC follows the S&P 500 in general. Okay, so be very careful for this one. We're approaching as well a nice level of resistance. And what I'm saying about this, right, I'm talking about short term. And we want to see that. We want to see a nice pullback to then recharge the batteries and then push even higher. Guys, my target for the S&P 500 is around in between 7,000 to 7,500. That's my target for the S&P 500. Are we going to go up in a straight line? Anything is possible. Is it more likely we're going to see, first of all, a pullback and then a pump? That's what I'm expecting right now. Last thing I want to discuss today, guys, it's why altcoins haven't pumped yet. Why there is this now altcoin index. I don't know how the way that they're calling it right now, but basically what is actually very important about altcoins, right? The shitcoins, that's how I like to call them, is that in general, altcoins tend to pump when BTC has made a new all-time high. So right now, guys, BTC, you can see very well, the money is parked into BTC, into Solana, into Ethereum. So the money are fluctuating there. So as long as we see this continuation to the upside with BTC, with Ethereum, with altcoins are not going to do anything. So my expectation will be that I want to see BTC forming and placing a cycle high. Then I want to see Ethereum placing cycle high to 7,000, 7,500. And that's when we're going to see the euphoria into the market. Basically, all this money taken away from these major altcoins and be placed into altcoins. We can also have a look, for example, at the chart others versus Bitcoin. And that's a very important chart. That's, to me, we're basically here. Okay, so we are into an incredible multi-week level of resistance / explosion, which could be taking us to unimaginable levels, really unimaginable levels. So that's what I could be seeing right now. If this one is going to break, we're going to have a break to here. I would say we can go back to this level and then to this level. And if that happens, okay, the small coins should be performing very well, but it's not time yet. That's what I think. It's not time yet, and the time will come. But I'm not concerned at all. I think it's gonna just it's a matter of money allocation right now, and unlike so many other people thinking that it's gonna be a selective coin rally, to me it's gonna be a broad rally. But again, we gotta wait and see. But guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I really hope it was helpful. If you have a question, please leave a comment down below. But otherwise, good luck for the FOMC, and I'm gonna see you tomorrow for another video. Take care and see you soon.